Our next call is coming from Phyllis in Logan, who has a question about Obamacare. So Phyllis, you are on the line with Senator Lee.
Thank you very much.
Hi,
Senator
Phyllis.
Lee, I want you to know that I'm very glad you're in office.
Oh, thank you very much, Phyllis.
Thank you for being there. I'm very worried about what the direction our country is going. And you've mentioned that he's not a dictator, but he certainly acts like one. And I'm wondering what the Congress is going to be able to do about Obamacare.
Okay.
And the other regulatory problems that he keeps foisting off onto us.
As it relates to Obamacare, we have an interesting opportunity over the next 2 years for Republicans to continue to make the case not just against Obamacare, but also to start making the case for what we're for. No one believes it's reasonably possible for us to get something passed into law, signed into law by the president, while President Obama is still in office, that would repeal Obamacare. He's not going to do that. Even if we could get something passed in the House and the Senate, the president would veto it. We don't have anything close to a 2/3 supermajority that would be necessary to override his veto. And so even though I think we need to vote on repealing Obamacare, I don't expect that to get signed into law during the next 2 years. But I do hope and expect that after we elect a new president in 2016, he or she will sign something into law that repeals Obamacare. And when we do that, we need to be ready to have something in Obamacare's place, a set of reforms that will hopefully restore the power of the free market to our healthcare system, putting American moms and dads, American patients and doctors back in charge of their own healthcare decisions, rather than having those decisions made for them by government bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. Now, the time will come, Phyllis, when Republicans will need to unite behind a single Obamacare replacement plan, a single plan to restore the free market and to make it more responsive to consumer demands. That time isn't here yet. Right now, we don't need one Obamacare replacement plan. We need 10 or 20. We need for those plans to compete in the marketplace of ideas, and eventually we'll consolidate and unite behind a single plan. But in the meantime, we need a lot of ideas to come forward about how best to do that. Now, I still think that the best days for healthcare in America remain yet ahead of us, because I think we're going to return to those free market principles that have created some of the best healthcare providers in the entire world right here in the United States. We're fortunate in that regard, and that's one of the reasons why we need to get rid of Obamacare, to make sure that the free market continues to give us access to the best health care available.